About the Marauders.
Hello everyone, it's Kruhl Sentru here. I think it's time, whether I like it or not, to take a little bit of a swipe at the Red Fire Zone, or Free Fire Zone, excuse me. There. I don't think we're going to find much in the way of enemies, except for, in all honesty, probably meet quite a few Marauders out there. So let's go ahead and get going.
I can't wait to write to Earth once the sanctions are lifted.
There we go. Alright, so this is probably going to be more about mining and such, so I'm going to see what we can do to make this a little more interesting than, something that would make everyone fall asleep, or at least me fall asleep. Alright, so we could take this shortcut. Might as well. Wait. Do I have things the other way? Yeah, I haven't checked this way either. I don't think there's anything to do that I'm going to be missing that I couldn't catch a little bit later. But anyways, basically we're going to just search around the place. Oh, and there is an area out here that's got a lot of red spots we can probably take out. But I also know what missions that's for, so I've been kind of holding off on it. But I didn't realize it was a very, very late mission. So I might just hit it anyways. And it may rebuild things there, but at least they won't be red targets when we're in the middle of some really important stuff. Alright, where are we at? Okay. Oh wait, I know where we're at. Yeah. And I think there is actually a little bit of mining. We couldn't do it because we were speeding through here last time, trying to do the transporter mission that's out here. Alright, you know what? High explosive mining, going to be a little bit faster, more efficient. There we go. Much better. So I'm more interested in just getting these things done. Okay, I think, yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything over there that's blatant. I'm pretty sure that was what I wanted to get out of this particular canyon. In any case, anytime you're out in the middle of Nowheresville, and it's nighttime, but not that you could tell, that's pretty much when the Marauders show up, so that's one thing we may have to deal with a little bit of combat with them, but it shouldn't be too bad. And, let's see, what do we have at the top of the hill? Absolutely nothing. Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of that. But we'll see what we can do. I'm gonna skip all the derelict vehicles. You can break them down for more salvage, but what's the point? I mean, really, you've got plenty of salvage the way I've been playing anyways. A lot more than I need. I don't think I have anything else. There's certainly nothing better than the thermobaric rocket launcher for them to have, charging a ton of money on. That's why it costs so much, is because it is the best and final weapon for just mass destruction. I could have sworn there was another weapon that we're missing, but I haven't seen it, so maybe I was just thinking of the sniper rifle and the Gauss rifles that I've been thinking, possibly. Hard to tell. Kind of taking a look around the outer edges right now of the zone. See what we can find. The zone. Reminds me a little bit of those, what was it? I should know the name off the top of my head, but once again I forget everything. Stalker games. Haven't been able to play through Shadow of Chernobyl. I started actually with a third game in the series. I didn't realize it. Call of Pripyat. Really good game. It's open world. It's semi-post-apocalyptic in that the area you're in feels post-apocalyptic, but the truth is that's only one small portion of Earth. Just the area near the Chernobyl reactor, basically. I mean, it got blown to heck and back and whatnot, but the rest of the world's okay. They at least don't have giant mutant everything and all kinds of weird craziness. Which, I love it. Especially the mission waves are a personal favorite as far as just... It's not the kind of horror game where you're going to see a lot of these jump out and scare you type moments or the really freaky stuff. It's just atmospheric. So if you're ever interested, give the series a try. It's kind of fun. Well, anyways, looks like playtime's over. Or just began, depending which one you're thinking, which way you're thinking here. Yeah, you guys really just don't get it. But that's why the guy's talking about what do you call it? These marauders, like they're a pack of wild dogs, they just charge out of nowhere and attack people. And, well, we're going to actually be learning pretty soon about them and why they're out here and whatnot. Or at least the basics. They've already hinted towards it, but it'll be actually explained soon. Yeah, block that. Much better. Who's up there? They do tend to blend in with this place a bit, though, admittedly. Hadn't thought of that as camouflage that they're wearing, but it's the right color to wear at night. You're not going to see them as well. Not that that's going to stop me. And if I happen to lose some of the red crystals, I'm not exactly going to be crying over it. It's not like I'm going to lose a lot from this. See, there's an achievement I never earned for actually getting all the mining deposits, and that's kind of what we're looking at here, is doing that kind of work where you're just trying to get these things done. Alright. Oh, he's not dead. I was about to turn away, and I noticed he was still on radar. Must have been an indirect hit. Load up. Oh, what are these doing over here? Maybe I just missed some of these. Again, though, I'm not really gonna care that much, all things considered. I mean, it's 2,384 salvage right now. Wonder how much will be at the end of the game. I'm gonna guess 4,000 or 5,000, but we'll see. Could be less, could be more. I have no idea what the cap is, of course, but that's, you know, not something I care about. Not in some big hurry to get to cap of basically something we're not going to use. I'm kind of driven by radar partly. Something you learn to do if you play games a lot is use your mini-maps to be able to actually determine where you're going. Sometimes better than anything else you're going to be able to do. Okay, back to skimming through the outer areas. That can also help if you're looking for the Blast from the Past areas. Hey, I actually remembered it once. The Blast from the Past little tokens, whatever you need, I guess the recordings can all be found. Actually, I think they're tags? Let's check. I think it actually says in the Guerrilla Handbook now that I think about it. Yeah.
Never should have signed on for them.
Blast from the Past. Radio tags. That's what it is. So now we know. Half of you probably already knew to begin with. Alright. So that's the main path. I'm not going to go there. Yeah, anywhere but the main path is usually where the secrets are. Kind of silly, but hey, whatever. This is interesting. It looks like it should be a road, but to where? Is it a back way, maybe? Yes, I think this drops down. Whoa. No. I was thinking of something else. Well, found some more deposits. Let's get to work. I never thought about this, but this guy is technically a miner, and these charges were specifically mining charges. So I guess it's not as far off as I was thinking to use these. Though I was expecting it to be more of a, you know, dig farther into the earth style mining, not let's go mine on the surface these little crystals that are everywhere. Which, as it turns out from Red Faction Armageddon, they're all over the underground too. In fact, there's some real heavy pockets underground for these things. I don't know if they ever actually explain what they are. It looks like there's a couple other guys over here. Little things there. Anyways. But then I never finished Red Faction Armageddon. If anyone's wondering, the reason I don't like the plot is because, as far as everyone's concerned, everything's your fault. Yep, Armageddon is your fault. Why? Well, it's not. But everyone acts like it is, all the time. And I don't really like playing as the protagonist who's, number one, dumb, and number two, I mean, Is a society so incredibly stupid they can't figure out the most blatantly obvious things? It's just not realistic to blame someone out of nowhere. It's like, oh, this guy's right here. Oh, he must be a terrible person. What? All kinds of stuff. They pull saying, oh, this is your fault, this is your fault. And I'm sorry, a brain-dead monkey could tell that it's not. You did everything you could. Clearly everything is just some big attack. And I won't spoil the plot, but it's just like, that part annoys me a lot. This idea that these people can't tell the most blatantly obvious things. It tears up the immersion for me. I think that's part of it. And I get tired of the whole, haha, if no one trusts you gag. And why are you saving these people when they're just gonna stab you in the back anyways? But that's neither here nor there, as they say. But that's something to chat about, because quite frankly, this is, you know, not much. And if anyone's interested in the other Red Faction games, might give them something. Red Faction 2, I believe, is the only one thus far that is not on Mars. It's actually on Earth. And in fact, you're not even a part of the Red Faction. There's nothing to do with the miners or the colonies here. It's got its own plot. In fact, I'm really gonna have to say that the #1 difference between Red Faction and Red Faction 2 and then all the others, the one that sets Red Faction 2 apart, or excuse me, as being a part of the rest, is just the fact that it does include a fully destructible environment, like the others do. Well, as destructible as they get. They do have areas where the damage is minimal or absolutely nothing, and you know, if you break through a deep enough hole in the ground, you will find that there's a barrier. But you can go pretty far usually, especially in any area that's meant to be mined. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh crud, I do have to go down there, don't I? Let me take a little peek. Yep. Well, darn it. That'll take me out of the way a bit. But at least we're getting this stuff done and over with. Is a possibility we could get a random mission while we're out here, if there are any to get even. I know I got them when I was playing in the post-plot part of the game, the part where everything's done. I'm almost out of mining charges. Drat. Means I'll have to use the hammer, which is just a bit slower. Actually, what else do I have? I'm not sure the grinder will cut it. Pretty sure the nano rifle will, though. And there's not like we got anti-aircraft we need out here. Anyways, let's get back in the truck. Get to driving. Anyways. So, but it does have... It's a moderate first-person shooter. It's about average, I'd say. Plots, okay, a little on the weak side, but most first-person shooters didn't have a lot of plot like this. I mean, I hate to call this one a lot of plot, but it's a lot more than most shooters out there. It's like, for example, when you're playing Half-Life, there's a plot that slowly develops. And I'm not talking Half-Life 2. Half-Life 2 has lots of plot, actually, compared to most games out there. So does Halo and games like that. But this particular game is actually decent, whereas Red Faction 2 felt... Something was definitely developing, but it wasn't spectacular. I think it's more the presentation than anything else that made the difference there. Because it does have a plot, it's just it doesn't feel like it's as strong, perhaps. And maybe, I would say more presentation than anything else. Oh, we got more guys coming. Now remember, they can potentially block your attacks with those melee weapons, if you're using melee attacks. It's the only enemies that's remotely resistant to hammer attacks. I wonder if on hard mode those guys in the white armor, which is the strongest EDF armor, if they're actually strong enough to where they'd be able to take a hammer from the Shattermaster here, which I believe is the highest grade hammer you can get. Well, without cheating. There's actually cheats you can activate. That's just, why bother? See, there's all these wrecks out here, but not much to do with them. Just kind of, to me, it's like, yeah, okay, it's there. This area to me feels like it's more of a one-shot. Here's a big mission, okay, we're done. There's just not a whole lot that they have you do afterwards, and that's kind of understandable that they wanted an area that could do this, and it does act as a nice barrier to say, no, the rest of the scum don't get to be with the rich folk, kind of plot-wise. Garbage that I don't like, but meaning, I mean, it's good for the plot, but I don't like the people being like that. Oh, hey, hello. What do we have a dump truck out here for? Well, it won't take hills. I wonder if someone was trying to drop it off for me earlier or something, and I didn't notice. I mean, these guys do that for you every now and again. It's like, here, have this free vehicle. In any case. Certainly wasn't the one I tried to drive across the free fires on my first attempt. That didn't go so well. Kept getting stuck on all those ridges. And honestly, if we'd been realistic, not going through those exact waypoints would not have stopped the red faction from crossing. See, I see people out here. What are they doing? I mean, really? Here's another dump truck. That's really weird. I don't remember that part. I wonder what that's about. Anyways, we're actually covering a lot of ground quickly. Especially now that we're not quite in the same spots. And I'm not seeing anything out here, honestly. Yeah, we might actually be either done or close to it. Let me check where we're at on the map here. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, let's go over this next little spot here. This little plateau looks like it would be the last area I might find something in, and then I'll just cross the bridge and head back to Eos. Which is good, because it looks like that's going to be the video. And at least we'll have accomplished something. And we can say goodbye to this area entirely, barring forgetting something out there. And thankfully we've even kept this bridge intact. It's not a target, so we don't have to blow it up. I mean, really, this is actually a nice bridge to keep around. Yep, anyways, I'm going to call it for the moment. And I guess I'll go ahead and take the... what do they call it? Guerrilla transport something? Why can't I remember these things? Anyways, I'm going to go warp to the safe house, basically. And I will see you in the next video, and I hope you're all having a good day.